Testing. Ooh, very loud. Oh, come on.
Hey! Getting here!
I'll protect us. Witness the power of good. Hold that pose!
Frost is coming! Going under! Getting here! Frost is coming! Hair! Frost is coming!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Getting here! Hair!
Smile! Hard-hitting exclusive!
Dead reckoning! Getting here! Frost is coming! Getting here! Hair! Frost is coming!
Let the show begin. Witness the power of Gua. Know my sword. Say cheese! Shoot!
Bomb! Getting here! Commencing cleanup!
Say cheese. Not. I accidentally went back into it again.
Eyes on me! By royal let me weave you a verse. Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Enhanced animal module 75. Wings of darkness.
I missed time there.
I summon thee. Power that ended Hydron. Witness the power of Gua.
Goofy. Come on, Ikmal. Put this away. Put this on. Plug in the phone to charge. And get back into the quest. Okay.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Nope.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Magic pockets,
Yes,
you say?
I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Looks like rain. Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a
Testing.
moment ago?
Hello, Mia.
Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that
What?
I tend to
About the
believe.
pyro?
It said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine.
Yeah, but
Though
now
I
when I
don't
just
know where the dragon
what?
went. Every time it weeps, the skies will
Yes,
cloud up
ice
and
enemies.
pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
I'm doing the Archon quest on Eric's account and streaming it so he can watch it if he wants to watch.
Very unusual. But Paimon tries something.
I have informed him before this, but I don't think I told him that I'm doing it right now.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Should I message him?
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
Oh, sorry.
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh,
Who thought
are
was
you
better?
leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry.
This one. Yep.
Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
You delude.
Oh,
Delude.
no need.
Dilute?
This'll be a
No.
walk in the park for us.
Delude. I said dilute. Haha.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we can't do this quest. Let's see what else other quests Eric has he can do. Can do this, can do this. We'll do this one, huh? This one is which one? Fontaine 1. This one is Sumeru 1. Fontaine 1. Fontaine 1. We'll do the Sumeru 1. Because it's a long quest. With no voice acting. But unfortunately, there's a lot of engagement when it comes to this one. So I can just let the cutscenes play. Unless you have any other quests I can do. Nope, everything else is story locked. Oh, you can do dating sims. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm holding the controller when I'm looking at the PC. Yep, hang on to this. I don't think he got all of the achievements also for... XD, LMAO. It's also really funny in the stream, you're also muted. So, yeah, I think you just didn't share your voice kind of thing. Like your privacy settings. So it is as though I am speaking to myself like a cuckoo crazy person. Love being cuckoo crazy person. Someone's watching. It's me. I'm watching.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Even though most of the Academia's restrictions have significantly relaxed, I'm still a bit worried that the Matra might give her trouble. I need to stay here to keep an eye on the situation. Kale, can you head to Sumeru City and find out why she isn't here yet?
Does it have to be me?
I'd only assign a job this important to someone I trust. Are you not feeling well?
Oh no, I'm fine. I've completely recovered. It's just that if I'm going to see her, I think I need to mentally prepare myself first.
I know.
I don't hear your voice in the stream.
You'll
Can you
have
try
a tough
talking?
time if you go by yourself. If we could arrange for someone to accompany you.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, hey there!
Furina tried to
It's been a
join,
while.
but
What
I
a
don't think they know I don't have
coincidence.
Fontaine
I
yet.
was just thinking about asking you to accompany Kale to Sumeru City. Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just that this matter concerns research banned by the
But you do
Academia.
realize this one gives you like
Not
a
the
lot
sort
less
of thing you'd shout from the
resources.
rooftops. Also, you happen
Yeah.
to know about this situation. There are very few people I can It's complicated, and this isn't the best place to talk about it. You might have heard about her in Sumeru before. Her name is Farazan, and she's a very experienced senior researcher. Let's just say that a huge part of Kasharawar's mechanical research over the past 100 years has used her academic discourse and manuscripts as their foundation. She is, but she vanished for 100 years because of a certain incident. She only returned to the academia after being found in the wilderness a few years ago. Because of that, her current personality can be a bit, strange.
Strange.
As is her attitude towards Kale.
I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
She doesn't have bad intentions, so you don't have to be scared.
Oh, they're all dead.
Try.
Yes. Kasharawar and Spontamod researchers are often quite prejudiced, so I can't trust them with this matter. However, Farazan isn't influenced by modern thinking. In our previous correspondence through letters, she indicated that she'd be willing to help. It's already past our arranged meeting time, but she still hasn't shown up. I don't think so. With her personality, it's more likely that she got wrapped up in some sort of trouble. Anyway, can you go with Kale to the academia and check on Farazan for me?
Thank goodness. I was so anxious.
I'm counting on you two. Kale, don't push yourself too hard. Just go there and see what's going on. Our task is important, but not that urgent. If Farazan really is in some trouble, come back and tell me about it. We can always reschedule our... After all...
All right.
Sorry, Farzan, I said...
Yes. And did you forget to add madam when you addressed me earlier?
Your hearing is perfectly fine. Isn't this rather...
And who, if I...
But, Madam Farzan, it has been a long while since you last made any practical academic contribution yourself.
Academic contribution cannot simply be divided between the tangible and the intangible. The issue here, I believe, is that the reviewer doesn't understand the very nature of knowledge itself. In any case, makes no sense to use a metric like this to evaluate a mentor. Which sage set this
What's
rule
going on
anyway?
with this Mia?
I should write a letter
It's
of complaint
joining and
right
rejoining
this
party.
instant.
Wait! Madam Farzan, please let...
That's her, all right. Shh. Her body apparently stopped aging. Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Anyway, Akara Crafts and the leader of Kasharawar would like to invite you to collaborate on this project. They're wondering if you'd be
Give me a
interested.
moment.
Madam Farzan? Are you listening?
Mm-hmm. Ah, Kale! Why are you here at the academia? Are you feeling better now?
I'm much better, Madam Farazan. It's all thanks to the Traveler and the Hydro Archon.
Have you been sleeping well? You seem to be developing some eye bags. Is that brat Tainari forcing you to stay up late again?
No, it's because I'm a slow learner.
It's good to be hardworking, but you need to take care of your health. And is the person... Oh, I've heard much about you before. It is thanks to you, after all. I'd wait...
What?
If you're this unwilling to participate in the collaborative
Oh my
project,
God. I
you
have to
can
increase
also
volume
consider
again.
teaching a class. It might be difficult to teach a course
Again.
with topics that only fall
Testing?
within Haravatat's subjects,
Say something.
but we can't delay this anymore.
Thank you.
You need to give an answer. You can
What were you
teach
saying?
a course or participate in a collaborative project. If you don't do either, it'll be hard for me to persuade the advisors and students who have been complaining.
Yensun? Yensun Shidong? I know. I don't think. I don't know if he's actually gonna even come back to this account. I just kind of wanted to play low-level Genshin again, but this first half, I can't do much by myself, or like at least having someone else just helps to speed up the process.
Could you not give me a few more days to consider? This matter has been.
That's precise.
What a waste of free. Now you two are here at Tainari's behest, I take it. Of course.
What now? Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharvaville for several days now. I feel for Madam, but if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a headache. Yeah, that would be the best for them both. I'll check with Master later and see if there's anything I can help him with. But I'm sure he'll say, the best thing you can do now is study hard, so I don't have to give you remedial lessons. Huh? Oh, so if I also stay and help? That still sounds kinda scary. Okay then.
Cole is scared of Faruzan.
I have to teach students from Haravatat.
Farazan? The Traveler said that she can stay and help you.
Oh, why I couldn't ask for more. In fact, I'm rather curious about the type of person the Traveler is. You were the one who taught Azara a lesson after all. That said, will I be troubling you? Is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with. Now, should I apply to teach a course with
If you have
Haravatat,
one and
or
then you
join the
use your
collaborative
elemental
project
skill,
that
it'll
Kushala
activate
is
it.
proposing?
Best be animal
Honestly,
character.
I don't want to choose either of them.
You might have heard of it before.
Now, not what.
Yes, of course. But current Haravatat students can't really...
In summary, I mean to interpret
The research method is supported by Haravatat, yes, but the content deals heavily with both ruins and mechanisms. This will make it difficult for students of this darshan because they don't understand much about mechanisms. Also, there are fewer and fewer unexplored ruins left nowadays, and Kusharawar researchers have been developing their own theories on mechanisms. As such, they don't need to rely on ancient documents.
They're far too complacent. Ancient mechanisms are more dangerous and complex than one might imagine. I'm telling you, things weren't like this 100 years ago. All researchers back then were interested in exploring knowledge from a variety of topics. They also gave more respect to unknown mechanisms. Nowadays, all people are interested in are mainstream subjects in popular research. Even if they attended my course, I wouldn't be interested in teaching them. Also, the people here think that my research is outdated and unrealistic.
I mean, it's true.
So they keep cutting
For
my
example,
funding.
it's true.
Why, I think they could all stand to learn from Colette. Huh? Ah, if only those who came to my lectures were more like you. Speaking of which, are you feeling better? You don't have to confine yourself to Gandharvaville anymore, right?
I'm listening to Cole talk
I just
to
remembered that I have a lot of studying to
Faruzan.
do. I need to head back
It's very
and find
funny.
Master.
Because I'm doing the how you say companionship quest on Nerg's main. Because he doesn't want me to do the Archon quest.
Wait. Although Tainari has academic dealings with the academia, he isn't considered part of it. This means that Kale isn't technically a student.
No, she's right. The old academia became consumed by their arrogance precisely because they ignored the public. There must surely be many people like Kale and Sumeru who are passionate about learning, but cannot study due to various reasons. The old academia paid no heed to them. But if I start a reading course for Kale as a pilot, perhaps this shall come to benefit many more people in the future.
I'll need to go back and ask if this is
Just a
in
little bit more.
accordance with regulations.
Oh, save yourself the extra trouble. I'll come with you. If there's any arguments to be had, we shall sweep them aside together. Traveler, Kale, do wait for us a little while outside the academia. I'll be back in just a moment.
Thief.
Wait! Let's catch up with her.
What flowers do you need? Oh, the fill animal mushrooms. Mia is the kind of person who would call flowers, say mushrooms flowers. They're literally called mushrooms though. Ah.
Well, your perspective is just tunnel visioning.
Hold on.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush. I feel for Madame Farazan.
Whoa.
But I still want to ask her to come. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a
Mind
headache.
the deluge. Mind the dailies.
But if the academia investigated and found her at Party's DI, things would get even worse for her. Do you have some way to invite her over to Party's DI without stepping on the academia's toes? Okay then.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or Okasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
Madame Farazan!
Please, Madame Farazan. Huh?
Why, that lad.
Yeah.
Wait. Also, there is
A fully automated.
a fully
Precisely.
A full automated
It's a system that
irrigation
can
system.
automatically adjust the amount of water it provides based on the season and the plant species involved. I saw a similar mechanism while exploring a rune in the rainforest. That's why Tainari wanted to collaborate with me.
a mechanism like that exists? Why haven't I?
I found it 100 years ago, so it's only natural that you don't know about it. Why don't you go ask your teacher's teacher? Perhaps they've heard about it from their teacher.
But we can't prove its existence one way or the other, right?
Fret not. I'll have Tainari write an official proposal to the academia later. That should do it, right?
An official proposal. Fine. We haven't made any progress with either the collaborative project or the elective course anyway. I'll go inform my superiors now.
Sure. Phew. I think she bought it. Even though this is our first meeting, I must say, we make a good team.
Wow! You made up that excuse on the spot, huh? Madame Farazan, did you really find an irrigation?
Who knows?
Huh?
If I'm right,
No, wrong. Wrong dating sim.
What now? She seems so busy.
Monster.
Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't
boy.
returned to Gandharville for several days now. I feel for Madame Farazan, but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help.
Oh, you're kidding me. Need one more. Legit, just one more. That one I think I'll just get from a quest. First one.
That would, but I'm sure he'll say, huh? Oh, so if I also stay and help, okay then.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or Okasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
Time for fun,
You're
Mia.
back, Madame Farazan. The Traveler said that she can stay and help you.
Hold on.
Oh,
I need to
why
change
I couldn't
setting
ask
on my
for
phone.
more. In fact, is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with. Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project? I don't know if Tainari's told you about this before, but while my research involves learning about ruins and the mechanisms within them, I don't belong to Ksharawar, which specializes in researching mechanisms, nor am I in Spontamod, which specializes in researching energy flow. Instead, I'm part of Haravatat, which specializes in languages and scripts.
We're going to Inzuma, Mia. We're going Sango no Mia.
She has been invited.
Just listen to how they... Besides, the current...
Sango
If
no
they're trying to use
Mia
the collaborative project as an
Kokomi.
No, that's the representative.
Oh, putting aside...
Yeah.
In summary, the academia,
True.
Madame Farazan.
Anise, Kashar.
Port Ormos? No worries. Go do your homework, Kale. Once I'm done with everything... Thank you.
Let us go. This way. That way. I opened up the quest menu in the wrong Genshin. The Electro Sealies. Is it because they're fast? They're fat. And they go up and down, yeah.
I can't believe she rushed right in after we arrived. She's really headstrong. Oh, how did things turn out like this?
Mia.
No, not really. Madame Farazan is a brilliant scholar. Even Master thinks so. If she's really going to teach me how to read, it'll definitely be much better than me bashing my head against the wall.
Is he
It's
dead?
just that she can get a... Maybe it's because she wants to take me in as a student?
Neither of these guys drop anything. Neither of these guys dropped anything. You'll love to see it. Eric asking, is it? Yeah. I don't know. We'll fix that in a sec.
It's just like that. I don't really... Students who were... Madame Farazan also were... But she seemed...
Maybe I need to
because I'm a
enable
slow learner that I have no choice but
party
to stay
audio
and
into the
study.
stream also.
Whenever she
Maybe it's my
compliments
side.
me, I feel really guilty.
Can you hear me?
But usually, whenever Eric streams, can already
It's
hear
not
my
bad.
voice
She
already, what?
sometimes
So
brings
I don't think
food
that's
to
a setting.
D'Arberville for me. And each time she says that Master can't find out. Now that you...
Kale, Traveler, thank you for waiting. The issue has been resolved. I argued with the high... If I'm not mistaken.
Amazing.
Say no more. I'm too short.
It's just that we need to
Oh,
fill in
we're,
every single page of the application.
Hmm?
It's been a century, but the academia is
let
as
me
picky as
swap.
ever.
Raw.
Let's see now. What?
Okay, I'm
That's a
gonna
bit too
bring
gen
the
as such.
net.
That's true.
And you have your job as a
And-
forest ranger, Kale. It must have been difficult.
Right
Expanding
in.
literacy is a cap.
Right
Fair.
Me?
Light novel.
Wait for us.
Ooh,
You wouldn't think someone as fast as her is over 100.
how did you
Let's
get
pick up the pace
there?
and catch up to
Teleporter.
her.
Mhm.
Dude, I do no damage and it sucks.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
The daylight is really
full of the 400 damage. I can... My cooldown. I can...
What? Go to the lower vendors at the book street. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What a long and mildly
Bow
ungrammatical title.
down.
And why is the cover so colorful?
Is this a...
Is this
Is this
the
your first
real
time?
life?
Of course.
It's this just
Why don't you try
fantasy.
The
Caught in a
protagonist is
landslide.
How about...
No escape from
The good
reality.
thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sun...
A reincarnation
I don't know what's
isekai.
next.
What
I
tropes?
know.
Sorry. What is this distancing effect?
There is no escape. To the ferry. To the ferry.
Oh my god, these guys barely drop anything.
I see a chest.
However,
Oh,
this
it's a
book doesn't
puzzle.
explain how reincarnation correlates to becoming stronger. Such an illogical rule will affect the coherence of the story. Will readers really accept this?
Yes.
How about this? I had to fight
Yes.
tooth and nail to get this in stock.
Oh, that's the latest volume of
And
Oniburo.
I drown as Bennett
Now that's a
because
rather normal
he's
title
so
length.
short.
Oh,
What?
Kale, do you like this series?
Yes, but
Yeah.
Madam, are you going to use
I
this
love
series
my
as teaching
400
material?
damage.
Let me see. The dialogue flows quite well, but there are too many phrases here that I don't recognize. Third eye of perception,
I need some of this.
Sometimes
mirror,
I wish
and
I
so
was
on.
a hilly
Aren't these
churl.
terms that are tied to tropes?
Oh wait, let me
I also
go,
thought those names were strange
Ito.
when I was
Let me-
reading them.
Where's
Okay.
Ito?
What is he gonna eat? Oh.
It's
Ito.
impossible to derive the meaning of these phrases in isolation.
I would
Also,
use
their
strongly, but
morphological
it's
properties
not
are quite
built.
pedestrian, really. Or did the protagonist
I
purposely
only
create these
leveled
strange
him
names
up.
to disorient their foes? So there's no deeper purpose.
Silence.
It's quite hard to understand stories written these days.
You're right. It's such a weird book.
Everybody
But you
stand.
keep wanting to read the next page.
Even the most
Oh,
popular
where's
book in
another one?
Sumeru back then had greater depth than anything written today.
Nice, all three of them dropped one.
Till the very
End.
Yes,
end.
the plot had many twists.
The
The world building was
purple
fantastic, and even the
things.
writing could withstand scrutiny. When it was still being published, many people in the academia were reading it. Even
milk.
the sages
Meow.
back then all described the story as a timeless
Okay, never mind,
classic.
you're far.
The series must have
Just
concluded after
teleport
so
it.
many years,
Did
right?
you get a chest or what?
Perhaps it's even more popular now.
No, the
Is there a book like that in Sumeru?
amethyst thing
I've never heard of
Oh,
such a thing
shit,
before.
sorry.
What's the title?
is okay.
It's called Tales of Shariar. Do you sell it here?
Tales of Shariar? I don't think I've heard of that before.
My
When
phone.
was it published?
About 100 years ago.
Phoning.
100 years ago? Are you pulling my leg? What sort of book can remain popular for 100 years?
The Legend of Antara is popular to this very day, isn't it? I just heard someone telling it a few days ago in a cafe. If an old story like that is still being shared, then Tales of Shariar must be even more popular.
My Ito damage
Even
is
if that
really
is
bad.
the case, I really don't
Yo,
carry
Ito
that
is
book here
what?
in my store.
My Ito is really
What?
bad.
Why? Is,
No,
is it
not
because
really.
it
Is
doesn't
that
have
because of the academia's
Goro
strict
right now,
control over
or is
books
it just...
in recent years? I can't believe they've allowed the people of Sumeru to become so
I
uncivilized.
think
How
the
can they not know
artifacts
about the
that I
Tales
have.
of Shariar?
No, I
Tales of
fell.
I joined the...
Oh, wait. I think I heard an antique seller on the other end of Treasure Street mention that name before. I
Wait,
mean,
what?
it is a book
Oh,
from
you
100
dropped.
years ago.
Okay.
Why don't you try asking for it there?
Tales of Shariar is
See,
considered an
Bennett is
antique now?
going to drown. He's
How
so
could the
short.
academia have let such an excellent work of literature be forgotten like this?
What's this?
Traveler,
Eric.
Kale, I'm going to get
Oh.
to the
Oh,
bottom
he
of
can't
this.
hear you.
Let's
So
meet
he...
at the antique
So he
sellers.
joined so he can hear you.
No, he said he
Madam,
could hear
wait!
me.
Oh no,
No.
this is bad.
Oh
No,
no.
no, no, no. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I missed.
You asked me why I'm scared of Madame Farazan, right?
Oh, you left
It's not
me.
because I
Okay.
I
don't know how
fell.
to respond to her kindness. It's because
Did you leave her dog?
I'm afraid of that
I
ancient
fell.
language she researches. Because I can barely
Eiffel
understand any
Tower.
of it.
Oh
What if
no.
she uses... Even so, what if researchers from 100 years ago like to use ancient languages
Thingy.
in their books?
I don't want to know who was in
Catch up to her!
Paris. Are you not Slay? Is that what you just asked? You are not.
Found it! The 5th volume of Tales of Shariar.
Wow, you actually found it.
I never thought this book would ever get sold.
All right, that's our teaching material secured. We also now know what to call this course. Analysis of Classical Texts. After all, this book is definitely worthy of being called a classic.
Can I take a look? Luckily, the language being used here isn't ancient at all. I can recognize a few words here and there. Huh? But why aren't there pictures in this book?
As long as the writing is good, readers won't need any illustrations to imagine the scenes. Worry not. I shall thoroughly explain the difficult sections. You'll like this book. I know it. After all this time, I wonder if Aaliyah and Aziz
I
will
like
get up
how
together.
when even with
And who
the
obtained the desert gem in the
what's the
end?
thing called?
Sir, do you have the subsequent volumes of this series?
Even with the
I
Bennett
don't
alt,
think so.
I still do
that
only
so?
600 damage.
And here I thought I could finally read the ending. Never mind. I'll keep searching for the later volumes
Why do you
myself. If I'm to use it as a teaching material, it's better to start earlier in the series.
She makes
Where
Chinese
are the
food.
first 4 volumes? Why aren't they all together?
I don't have those either. Actually, this is the only volume I have.
Is this
Why is
series
Bennett
really
only-
that popular?
No. It's not popular at all. Rather, there's absolutely no demand for it.
No demand? Impossible. Back then, I'd come across at least 3
Damn,
groups
you
of
don't
people
want-
talking about it during a
What?
single stroll at the academia.
Seriously? No one told me that
No,
this
it's fine,
book
I
was anything
understand.
special when
You're
I
really
first got
muffled,
it.
man.
I understand. It's
Where
okay.
did you
I
get this
figured
from?
you.
I just
Can we
want.
still
What are you
contact the
saying?
seller?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, I
This
understand.
book was sold together with a whole bunch of antique furniture.
Yeah, I don't
didn't
know what
even
he's
notice it
saying.
initially. Otherwise, the Matra would have come knocking. Wait, is this
Oh,
book
okay.
actually worth a lot? It can't be right.
Oh. With his chest, you can tell the difference in sound if it's his chest.
I do remember.
He
Yeah.
sighed?
Yeah.
Why would he
Yeah,
react
teleport back
like
to your
that?
teleporter.
Given the quality of Tales of Shariar, he should have been entranced after a
And
single
organic
glance.
milk.
I'm sorry. Traveler, Kale, please give me a moment. I'd like to look
Oh,
through this book first.
Someone's calling Rohan.
What? No one's calling me.
Someone said your
Why
name.
is there another misunderstanding
No one's
between
calling me.
Ali and Aziz? Also, why is there no mention of the
Yeah.
desert gem at all?
Yeah.
And a new character
Rohan.
is introduced with no
So they said.
foreshadowing at all? Also, what
Rohan
are all these
Kishibe.
new names and terms? Is this really the Tales of Shariar I know?
Yeah,
Well,
like
that
Rohan.
passerby reacted in
Good night,
much
guys.
the same way.
Is your dad blank? Is he
Stepped
Samuel
off in
L.
the cafe
Jackson?
over there. You know, the fellow who spends all day telling the legend of Antara. Since that's also a very old story, maybe he knows a thing or two about that.
Spider-Man.
Tales of whatever it's called.
And I'm back
Let's
on
go
my
ask her out at
grind.
the cafe. Huh?
Yes, it's probably fine.
Madame Farazan?
Huh? Oh, yes. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Kotanosuke Mame Shiba.
Nani.
Mame Shiba.
Gomen nasai.
Gomen, sorry.
Gomen nasari. Time to go to Pushpa Cafe. Pushpa. Pushpa Cafe time.
Why are you going to Pushpa Cafe?
Pushpa Cafe. Teleport back to teleport ya. Thank you, Mia. Okay. Pushpa Cafe.
Another day, another empty room.
Another day, another
Excuse
Pushpa
me?
Cafe.
But are you Mada?
Yes.
Camille,
Are you here to
Eric.
listen to my
shut
story?
up your mouth.
No.
Well, we actually came to ask about something else.
I see.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm used to it, more or less. So, how can this terribly unpopular storyteller help you?
Do you know about Tales of Shariar?
I thought it was cold outside.
Huh? Tales of Shariar?
Ow.
Why, I can barely remember the last time anyone talked about it.
I'm
My
Furina.
master always talked about how incredibly popular that book used to be. However, I tried reciting a few chapters of it at the cafe, and I found that it's even less popular than The Legend of Antara.
Oh,
Your
wrong
master.
controller.
Yes, the one who taught me how to be a storyteller. He said that Tales of Shariar was written by his master's master's master. He also said that this
Unfortunately.
great-great-grandmaster was an academia researcher.
Yeah, because I
and
wanted
that
to get
even
the
sages
Whopper
liked
flowers.
The series. He wrote 4 volumes back
You
then,
fucking what
and
now?
the reviews just
Whopper
got
flowers.
better and better. You couldn't find a single person in Sumeru who hadn't read
Whopper
the
flowers.
series.
And then? What happened next? Why doesn't anyone know about Tales of Shariar now?
Dude, Instagram and white.
It's hard to
looks
tell
so
when it
fucking
comes to
bad.
trends.
Holy shit.
One day everyone likes stories like that.
I prefer the
and
dark
the next
gray.
day their tastes change completely. Instead of writing
You
a
know what I
proper
prefer?
ending,
He's
this
gonna say something gay.
grandmaster kept trying to extend the story.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, I love
To tap
large
into
black
popular
men shaking
trends,
their ass."
he
Is what he's
added
gonna
a
say.
lot of tropes. Then, starting from the 5th volume,
Camille, you're
the
projecting
reviews
right
started
now.
to go downhill.
How could that be?
No.
Then what happened to Tales of Shariar in the end?
In the end, there's no ending. The great-great-grandmaster tried to write a few more volumes, following whatever trends were popular at the time.
What?
But the trends kept changing right as he published his books. He got so infuriated that he stopped writing altogether and focused on his research instead.
As a witch in the party.
What? So there's no ending? The readers didn't care?
Cat.
By that time, only a very small number of people were reading Tales of Shariar. Anyway, my master probably exaggerated. How could a work possibly have been that popular? The only tangible thing my great-great-grandmaster left is the original draft of Legend of Antara. He also left behind many theses from his research phase. When my master talked about Legend of Antara, he'd even quote from those theses. My master is a much better storyteller than me. Even when we're telling the same story
Next
about
island,
Antara,
Mia.
he's always able to draw in a huge crowd. But
Next
even he won't
island.
recite Tales of Shariar due to its ever-changing writing style and its lack of an ending.
So, Antara's story is the one that lasted through the years.
Well, not even sages can definitively ascertain the quality of something like a story. In the end,
Is this a Shiba outside of your
only
window?
time can separate the classics
No,
from
I'm
the
saying
facts.
Can you imagine like just walking through
Madame
the cold
Farzad?
American air? The
It's been
Shiba
100
Inu.
years. Perhaps some things I once believed to be great aren't so after all.
They can. They grew up in Japan. What's the difference between a Shiba Inu and a Corgi? I know that one is Japanese and then one is not Japanese, but they look very similar.
Yeah! Master helped me find a lot of famous books at first.
I mean, like fur
But
color,
in
body
the end,
shape.
I realized that I couldn't get into them.
Which ones are shorter? Oh wait, wrong way. We gotta get out of that teleporter over here.
No matter how good those...
Huh. Indeed. That is true. Readers' interest in trends of a time are not things that are so easily predicted. What was popular 100 years ago could be completely forgotten in modern times. And yet, 100 years, as far as history is concerned, is but a blink of an eye. If Tales of Shariar hadn't chased after trends and instead stuck to its original style from start to finish, it might have stood some chance of gaining renewed popularity. No,
I thought you guys
even if
would
that
have
didn't
like
happen,
missed me, but
at least it would
turns
be a
out
work that was true to
you're
itself.
okay.
Huh?
Dude,
I'm gonna...
you're gonna be gone for a
Just
week.
got a lot more
If and
serious.
I feel as though you're never gone from my
I
heart.
don't really get what you're
So,
talking
you
about,
know.
but it does sound
Hey,
sensible.
holy fuck.
Looks like I also have to hang in there and tell Antara's story well.
Gay, you're gay! Oh my god, I really leaves. This is what he wanted, Mia. He wanted this. That's why he was complaining, saying like, you guys don't miss me enough. You know? So this is what he wanted.
How unseemly. I almost got carried away because of a single book. Well then, we should get back to
No.
the matter of our teaching material. It looks like we can't use Tales of Shariar now.
He's not here anymore, Mia. He left. I mean, I guess he's still watching the stream. You coming? We got two funny fellows down here to kill. First funny fellow. We're gonna take a lot of damage while being down here though, so we might need healing. I need healing. You're struck by lightning? Oh, he's dead. That was fast. Teleport back to the first teleporter.
No. Kale, you found a book that you liked at the bookstall, yes?
Yes, but I don't really...
Then we'll use that book as our teaching material.
I forgot
Now
what
that
the
I think
fucker that's up
about it,
here.
Using a book that you like is the most suitable choice for teaching you how to read. As for the academia, as long as we come up with an appropriate course name, we should be able to get away with this.
Mia, I need Bennett's help over here. I can't break this stone. Thank you. Danke. No, I said danke. Like German.
My, it sounds like you've dealt with the academia before. Let's go with
Danke.
that. Now then, let's return to the book vendor in a bit and buy the
I
latest
climbed up, by the
volume
way.
of this Onibudo for Kale. Ah, but if I wish to use it as teaching material, I have to read it first.
Huh?
Up the stone.
Speaking of which, such things as why do people use... If one of our learning objectives was research...
Oh, I can tell you it, but as they grew old,
Mata? You know,
Huh? Why so sudden?
I knew.
Tisk tisk tisk. Do 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 do, 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 do. The vaporizes.
We shouldn't stay here.
Didn't crit, unfortunate. Oh my god, struck by lightning. Unluck.
Madame Farazan! Oh, it's really you.
Let's teleport across the water.
Did you change your mind?
All right, calm down. Let me be clear. I'm still not all that interested in Kasharawar. I'm just here to see how the project is
I
going.
didn't miss the press
After
queue.
all, you are here as representatives of the academia in this collaboration. The reputation of all research is at stake here, so I will not simply stand by should mistakes get made.
Okay.
Either way,
They're
it's
dead.
good that you were willing to come. Now, we've given Akara Crafts many ideas over the past couple of days. However, their owner thinks that our designs are too complicated, which will drive production costs too far up.
That's expected. Students who have never had to deal with budgetary constraints probably don't understand how important it is to keep costs low. How enviable. Oh,
If you join the Kasharawar, your budget will be as big
I
as you
fucking
want
did
it
it
to
again.
be. I guarantee it.
I'm holding the controller, I'm looking at the
I will
computer.
not repeat myself. Take me to Akara Crafts owner first, if you please.
I'm at the Statue of the Seven.
All right. He's usually at the slope up ahead recruiting volunteers to test out his toys. Let's just head over.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us. If you require any
Over here.
please let me know.
This fellow. Do you mind just sitting down right here? Oh, I can't do it while fighting this fellow. Now I can.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us.
He's orange.
Any assistance, please let me know.
Oh boy. Does he drop anything? He does. Nice. Off the cliff.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us. If you require any assistance, please let me know.
Your chicken? Question mark. Give me a moment. Let me just continue queuing up the talking segments in the quest. Okay.
Momdu, the one I recommended is here.
Oh, so you're, Madame Farazan?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, wonderful. We haven't been able to make any progress on our collaboration recently. We've made many suggestions,
Ah, shit.
but Miss Anise thought that those ideas were too simple and wouldn't be effective in training the mind.
These early learning toys are meant to help the academia train future researchers, after all. If they're too simple, then how are they any different
Help
from regular
me.
toys?
But if they're too complicated, not only will they be expensive to produce considering our production capabilities, but they won't have much broad appeal to Sumeru's children either.
So the design can't be too complicated, but it can't be too easy to play with either.
I remember that in your notes, many contraptions have managed to fulfill complex functions despite using simple parts. Maybe we can do something similar with these early learning toys.
The contraptions in my notes? I didn't create those. I simply took the contraptions in the ruins apart and analyzed them. But now that you mention it, the ruins did have things like that. Do you have a pen, paper, and scissors? I'll make a paper prototype.
You have an idea already? I suppose I should have expected as much of a respected academia senior researcher. We do have those. Yes, please, help yourself. Oh, you're done already?
Help me! JB's so fat. You know, Aisha shouts at that. It's like I guess it's what Alexi sounds like as well. When they're just like, he's so fluffy, you know, that kind of like scream. Yeah, I'm getting these ores. If Eric is still around, happy Deepavali, Eric. Hope your valley is very deep.
Let me explain. These 3 thick lines represent 3 poles. These paper strips of varying lengths represent rings of different sizes. They can be slotted onto the poles and stacked up like a tower.
Owie.
Well, that is easier to make than I expected. So, how is this game played?
That's very simple as well. You just need to shift the tower from this pole to another pole.
Isn't this a little too simple? Even by the standards of an early learning toy, I mean.
Of course, when moving each ring, the paper strips in this case, you must follow one rule. You can only move one ring at a time, and you can't place a bigger ring on top of a smaller one. It's like building a tower. The rings in the 3 poles must be stacked from big to small. I named this toy Pagoda Stack.
Pagoda Stack.
Pagoda Stack.
Let's
that
go.
Sounds way too simple.
Pagoda Stack.
I feel like it's missing something.
Give it a try and you'll find out if it's simple or not. I heard from Anis that you find volunteers to try out the toys, right? Why don't we do the same for this game?
It's such
You
a
went to the
simple
other
toy.
world.
There's no need to...
Mamdu, let's just do as she says.
Okay, then.
Come on. Oh, I don't have energy.
And that's how you play this game. You can all give it a try. Let's see who's able to move the tower to another pole in the smallest number of steps.
You called everyone here for such a simple toy?
It doesn't look like it'll take that many steps.
Come on, we all promised to have Mr. Mamdu test out the new toys. He said he'd give us new Genius Invocation TCG
This
cards.
way. This way.
Ugh, fine. Let's get this over and done with so we can head back and play cards.
Done. It took me 19 steps.
Huh? It took me over 20 steps.
I only needed 18 steps.
Not bad. Looks like you're all familiar with the rules now. Then let's increase the difficulty. The next tower will be 5 layers tall. Now then, give it a shot.
1. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ah! Ah! Help me! The police. The police. The police are answering my call. Yikes, dude. There's not the teleporter is usually up on this hill. I haven't unlocked it yet because it only unlocks after you do this islands quest where you like unlock when you make it stop raining.
Wait, there's more?
And to climb all the way up
Since
there
we're already
is
here, why
not
don't we
likely.
just give it a try?
An extra layer shouldn't make it that much harder, right?
The other one? You can.
What's going on? I've already moved over
Go lah,
30
teleport.
steps, but I'm still
I don't
not
mind
done
climbing.
yet.
I'm almost done. Looks like I'm the faster one this time.
Done!
What?
This pagoda stack toy is pretty
Good. We'll try it one final time. This time, we'll add 2 more layers, making 7 layers in total. Mamdu, we've still got quite a few paper strips here. Why don't you give this a go as well?
Do you need that many steps for something this simple? Let me try.
Madam Faruzan, allow me to try it as well.
You were looking at it quite seriously just now. Are you starting to understand the principles involved?
I think so.
If you want to test out your hypothesis, you'll just have to play and find out.
Got it.
Ah, we don't have enough paper strips left for you, Traveler. However, by the looks of things, you seem to have the game figured out. Why don't you guess what the lowest number of steps needed to solve a 7-layer pagoda stack is?
How could this happen to me? 35. What is a multiple of 7 here? 108?
What a shame. You were close. Let's
Fuck.
see how well...
It was not 108.
If I move this small ring, then the big one won't be able to go on top of it. Oh, this is going to take more steps than I expected.
I've lost count of how many steps I've taken. Can I restart?
This got a lot harder.
I solved it. Madam Faruzan,
It was
takes
127.
127 steps in total.
That many?
For every extra layer in the pagoda stack, the move order you need to consider becomes much more complex, and the number of steps required will at least double.
More accurately, it will require double the steps, plus 1 each time. You did well. You didn't underestimate the principles behind it just because it's an early learning toy. The complexity of any given contraption isn't determined
Oh, we
by the
missed.
number of parts
We
it
missed
has.
some fellows.
The way the parts interact and the rules behind
Okay,
how it
let's
operates
backtrack a
are
bit.
important too.
Oh, I see.
All my
No
fellas.
wonder you emphasized in your
Tuk,
notes that
tuk,
no
tuk, tuk, tuk,
contraption
tuk,
should
all
ever
my
be
fellas.
underestimated.
Tuk, tuk, tuk,
I
tuk,
see.
tuk, 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 tuk.
So even a simple
All
toy
my
can become
fellas.
complex with the right...
That's right. I could spend some time picking out all... Once that happens,
Do you have any other toys?
Yeah, when can we play with them?
in about 2 days or so, I think. Anise, if you're free, can you
Yeah,
help me
look
with
at the young boy.
illustrations for the reference book?
The young boy.
Of course.
You see him?
I'd be honored.
The kid who's
2
trying to
days should be
gather
enough
all of
for
the
us to
marrow
find more volunteers.
when it's like super
Then we
radioactive,
can
this
organize
place.
a huge conference here.
And then he's
at
like,
which
he's
we
got
can announce
cancer.
Which toy we'll be making.
One is still alive. His skin is pink.
You'd be most...
Thank you for coming here with me today. I'll walk back with you.
Why am I opening the quest menu? When I was the young boy, my appa, he told me to enter the city to read and participate in the marching band. It is not. It is an actual song, but it's not the actual lines of the song. I met the next fellow. He's drinking some tea.
All right, after all, you...
Either way, it's good that you were willing to come. Now, we've given Akara Crafts many ideas over the past
Wonderful,
couple of
such
days.
a swift blade.
However, their owner thinks that our designs are too complicated, which will drive production costs too far up.
That's expected. Students who have never had to deal with budgetary constraints.
If you join the Kashara...
That's enough. I will not repeat myself. Take me to Akara Crafts owner first, if you please.
All right. He's usually at the slope up ahead recruiting volunteers to test out his toys. Let's just head over.
The one that you love. Ah. Ah.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us. If you require any assistance, please let me know.
A blade in
Coming
places
down or
of
not?
steel.
You're like
As a
spinning around in
jeweler
circles
cherishes
above.
their gems.
She wants to believe. I want to believe that I couldn't sneeze. That you were
So
always
this is a
right
day in the
beside
life of the
me.
traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Mamdu, the one
Wait,
I
what?
recommended
Okay.
is here.
Oh, so you're, Madame
So
Farazan?
what?
Yes, that's me.
The purple.
Wonderful. We haven't been
She
able to
stole
make
the
any
purple.
progress on our collaboration recently. We've made many suggestions, but Miss Anis thought that those ideas...
These early learning...
But if they're too complicated, not only
Oh,
will
wait,
they be
chest.
expensive to produce considering our production capabilities, but they won't have much broad appeal to Sumeru's children either.
So the design can't be too complicated, but it can't be too easy to play with either.
Let me check if we've killed enough.
I remember that in your notes. Many contraptions have managed to fulfill complex functions despite using simple parts. Maybe we can do something similar with these early learning toys.
The contraptions
Don't lie to
in
yourself.
my
I'm
notes-
kidding. I'm kidding.
I didn't create those. I simply took the contraptions in the ruins apart and analyzed them. But now that you mention it, the ruins did have things like that. Do you have a pen, paper, and scissors? I'll make a paper prototype.
You have an idea already? I suppose I should have expected as much of a respected academia senior researcher.
Which one want to kill
We
first?
do have
Whopper
those.
flowers
Yes,
or treasure
please, help
hoarders?
yourself.
I'm doing it again. I'm fucking holding.
you're
I'm
done
holding the
already?
controller and the keyboard at the same time. Only need 2 more Whopper flowers. Okay, we'll just finish off Whopper flowers then. Where can I think of a Whopper flower? There's one right here.
Let me explain. These paper strips...
Well, that is easier to make than I expected. So, how is this game played?
That's very simple as well. You just need to shift the tower from this pole to another pole.
Isn't this a little too simple? Even by the standards of an early learning toy, I mean.
Of course, when moving each ring, the paper strips in this case, you must follow
I'm at
one rule.
in front of
You can only
Inazuma
move
City.
one ring at a time, and you can't place a bigger ring on top of a smaller one. It's like building a tower. The rings in the 3 poles must be stacked from big to small. I named this toy Pagoda Stack.
Look at you.
Pagoda Stack.
That sounds way too simple. Even I feel like it's missing something.
Give it a try and you'll
Three,
find
three,
out
three.
if it's simple or not. I heard from Anis that you find volunteers to try out the toys, right? Why don't we do the same for this game?
333. I am the
It's
Illuminati.
such a
What did you just
simple
say?
toy. There's no need to...
Mamdu, let's just do as she says.
Gets Whopper flowers done.
Okay, then.
Next would be treasure hoarders.
And that's how you play this game.
What?
You can all give it a try.
What?
Let's see who's able to move the tower to another pole in the
What?
smallest number of steps.
You called everyone here for such a simple toy?
Huh?
It doesn't look like it'll take that many steps.
Come on, we all promised to help Mr. Momdu test out the new toys.
That's not
He said
treasure
he'd give us new
hoarders. This is
genius
treasure hoarders.
invocation
Okay,
TCG
go to Storm
cards.
Terror's lair. I teleported to the wrong one. I wasn't supposed to go to the Statue of the Seven. I'm supposed to go to the Storm Terror's actual like boss room.
Ugh.
Done. It took me 19 steps.
No, I know.
It took me over 20 steps.
I only needed 18 steps.
Not bad. Looks like you're all familiar with the rules now. Then let's increase the difficulty. The next tower will be 5 layers
When
tall.
I see your
Now that'll give it a shot.
face, there's not a thing that I would change.
There's more?
'Cause you're amazing.
Well, since we're already here, why don't we just give it a try?
An extra layer shouldn't make it that much harder.
You know, when I was 12, I entered a singing competition against adults and won when I sang that song.
I've already moved over 30 steps, but I'm still not
It was very
done
funny.
yet.
It was for fun. My mom said it was mostly for me to build courage.
Done. It took me 35 steps.
So I think it worked out too well because now as you know, I have like I have zero social anxiety.
Good. We'll try it one final time. This time we'll add 2 more layers.
Is there
making
anyone else
7
which
layers
has
in
like
total.
easy access to treasure hoarders? Sumeru is not unlocked, so it's not an option. Where is this one? I don't know which one that is. Just Dawei. We need treasure hoarders. Treasure hoarders! Special order! Special order! You know, like Ratatouille.
Madam Faruzan.
Special
allow me to try
order!
it as well.
Special order!
You were looking at it quite seriously just now. Are you starting to understand the
Whoa,
principles
whoa, whoa!
I think so.
If you want to test out your hypothesis, you'll just have to play and find out.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, the north part there, yeah.
We don't have enough paper strips. Why don't you guess with the lowest number of steps? Oh, color me impressed. You figured it out so quickly. Let's see how well they do then.
What are you, Reaper?
If I move this small ring, then the big one won't be able to go on top of it. Oh.
I've
This got a lot harder.
Careful, Mia, no funny words.
I solved it.
Whoa!
Madam Faruzan, it takes 127
When you killed that
steps
guy,
in
his
total.
body went flying up into the air.
That many? But there are only 7 layers.
For every extra layer in the pagoda stack, the move order you need to consider becomes much more complex, and the number of steps
Oh my.
required will at least double.
More accurately, it will require double the steps,
Radish.
plus 1 each time. You did well. You didn't underestimate the principles behind it just because it's an early learning toy.
Never goes wrong.
Complexity of any given
Isn't there more also
contraption
behind the
isn't
waterfall? Oh
determined
no,
by
there
the
isn't
number
anyone
of
behind the
parts it
waterfall.
has. The way the parts interact and the rules behind how it operates are important too.
Behind the waterfall, there's
see.
other enemies,
No
but
wonder
not.
you emphasized in your notes that no contraption should ever be underestimated.
I see. So even a simple toy can become complex with the
He's-
right
he's
set
sleeping.
of rules.
That's right. The rules used for Pagoda Stack are the simplest kind when it comes to ancient contraption making techniques. I could spend some time picking out all those machines that do something similar and write you a
Lead that
reference
way.
book. Once that happens, you can give the volunteers the reference book and paper
Here, then go
prototypes
north.
and
You know,
find
you gotta
out
climb
which
up the
toy
hill.
is the most popular.
Climb the wall.
Do you have any other toys?
The wall.
Yeah.
W-O-L.
In about 2 days or so, I think. Anise, if you're free, can you help me with the illustrations for the reference book?
Of course.
2 days should be enough for us. You'd be most...
Thank you for coming.
This guy's doing the moonwalk. What's a book? Right now? Okay. This guy over here, he's having a swim.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Minor? No thanks. Defeat the Fatui agent.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same
Osmanthus
as I
vine
remember.
tastes the same as I remember.
But where are those
But where
who
are those
share
who
the
vine the memory? Osmanthus vine. Osmanthus vine tastes the same as I remember.
I'll be
Oh,
going then.
crystals.
Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. Once everything here is settled, I'll make my way over to Pardistii as quickly as I can. You want to ask why? Putting aside the fact that they're too full of themselves, I actually have no issue with their research methodologies
Sorry?
and approach. After all, knowledge is either right or wrong.
If you want his
Superiority and
ultimate to do all damage, use
inferiority
emblem,
do not
yes.
come into the conversation. All researchers are just
And then you
doing
do
their best to shed light on the unknown in their respective fields of expertise.
HP,
No
geo
matter what corner of
damage,
the unknown they shed light on,
and then crit
because
rate
I
or crit
believe
damage.
even if the
And
others
then the
fall my
weapon,
hand in the end, when I first
any
started to splash
DPS
why there's no
spear.
Perhaps if this collaborative project I could You're right. By using detail
Pride,
Thank you.
pretty good idea. Especially with emblem. If you're using with emblem, then you don't have to use a sans, which is HP. Sorry, no, you don't have to use a sans, which is energy recharge.
I'll be going
HP
then.
instead.
Say hi to Anise.
Yeah.
She's able
Because
to
most of her damage scales off HP. We need more treasure hoarders.
Still,
Treasure
how much she
hoarder!
learns will really depend on her.
Jujun Karst. Nope, that's not it. Chuji Slope. That's not it either. No. Lingju Pass. Tianchu Valley.
Well, her interest left. I do have some. My research into mech.
Should we just use the
my
book?
student to learn how to make modern contraptions. It wouldn't benefit either
Let's
of
use
us
the
in
book.
the long run.
Mount Nantianyan, close to
However, if I successfully
the frog,
teach a student,
Geofrog.
those young punks at Haravatat will have one less reason to cut my budget. Perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatat and ask for a higher budget directly from the academy. Oh, I could come up with... You're right. If no one understands the reference book, it doesn't matter how detailed it is. It's better to make it simple and fun so that children will be interested in the subject. It'll also make it easier for me to recruit students in the long run. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account. See you in 2 days.
The seas are calm and the sky is blue.
Yep. But that one it cannot be doing. It can't be done in co-op. Has to be in single player. Oh, inside there. Oh, okay. We'll go there after this. Hello everyone, I go kill you, she says. Where? Oh yeah, like that's the next place that it's telling us to go to. Lemmy. Linny's gameplay is kind of shit, man.
We're just starting to set up
I
the
feel like
venue.
Linny, Tignari, and Ganyu, their gameplay is designed at the base to be the same. As in, like, you do charge attacks. But I don't know why, but Ganyu feels so much better, like, compared to the other two.
And if we activate this little mechanism,
I found the CEO of MiHoYo.
a Sumeru rose will appear at the top of the cane.
I'll wait for you to come over before I fully kill him.
Oh, I see. I thought it came out of thin air. It's amazing.
If the mechanism was bigger, you could make a rabbit appear, right?
Then you can't use a cane. Could you switch it out with a hat or something?
You're applying what you learned creatively. Not bad. Let's look at the next page. If you fold an origami bird like this, it'll fly further and more stably.
Whoa. You can make a mechanism using just a piece of paper?
The principles at play are even more important than the
He
parts
blocked
that
it.
make up a mechanism.
These are pretty cool. I'm tempted to try them out.
I'm not that interested in toys, but if they'll be beneficial for children's development.
Everyone, we have paper prototypes and craft materials that you can use to make your own toys. Come try them out.
This is such a well-prepared event. I'll give it a go.
But we want to play too!
It's fine. We have a lot of paper prototypes and craft materials. All feedback is also welcomed.
Yummy.
Oh, my origami bird flew further this time.
Professor Farazan, how can I make mine fly further?
Just Madam will do.
Professor Farazan.
You may indeed get the chance to call me Professor. You may wish to pay attention to these few details. Here, for example. All right, try it again.
Wow, it really did fly farther!
Madam Farazan, will we learn origami at the Academia?
Of course you will. If you become a researcher, you can explore any field you like to your heart's content. In the future, if you want, you can even become one of my students.
But Mom and Dad said that there are 6 Darshans in the Academia. Wait, was it 7? Which Darshan teaches about mechanisms in origami?
Well, in this case, it wouldn't be Haravatat.
I know. We need to choose Kasharawar.
Huh?
I want to
I
attend
lead the way.
Kasharawar
I lead the way.
even better origami birds.
I forgot that in Shenhe's old village, there's a bunch of these fools.
Actually, the other Darshans do have their own specialties too.
I forget which house is Shenhe's house though. I think it's the one on the hill.
Pay attention, children. Children.
During the I think second Lantern Rite event, we got to visit Shenhe's house. And it's also really cool that whenever you're playing as Shenhe, one of her idle animations, she pulls out a picture of her house, and it's literally just this
For
building.
example, I'm a researcher from Haravatat, but I research mechanisms. See? The only person able to restrict your curiosity as a researcher is you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not really.
Huh. It's all right. You still have a long road ahead of you. Now, do you want to learn about some other machines? Let me tell you a story about pressure-based mechanisms and elemental monuments.
They're both on the roof. Oh, but I didn't get the items. Where did you kill the fellows? Oh, there's one right here. Other one's right here. Okay, thank you, thank you. Very nice pancake. Is there any treasure hoarders in this area? I don't remember any there. Inside the shack? The Borken Shack. Is there any treasure hoarders in this area? No. E-girl or eagle?
Oh, you're here. We're just starting to set up the venue.
You are
We've
quite
called
the
up everyone
E-witch.
we possibly could have. This is going to be quite the event.
My masterpiece is
I'm
going to be
coming
exhibited
back.
after all. Let's see what the academia shall say about it this time. To sum up, the 24 forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms were used in
They don't
various
spawn in
ruins.
right if I'm not around
All
when you
right,
heal them.
let's go to the next page.
Are we done yet? Oh, I'm falling asleep.
And I'm back on my grind.
I don't understand any of it at all.
Nope.
Are these really
There's more fellows over here though.
They sound a bit too dangerous to buy for children.
Oh look, it's this house. This is the house where you go and you meet the ghost. Remember the lantern right ghost?
If you're interested in the mechanisms Madame Farazan's talked about, you're more than welcome to try them out.
Oh, this is no fun. Can I try another toy?
I want to go home and play Genius Invocation TCG.
Forget it. I don't think anyone would be interested.
I should go home and take care of my children.
How did this happen? Forget about getting opinions from others. No one even wanted to stay and try them out.
I'm sorry. I think we miscalculated.
There's a lot of treasure hoarders in Chasm, isn't there? No, not Chasm. Yeah, Chasm. But I also remember where exactly they are. Oh wait, I don't have Chasm. Ha ha ha.
No, I will find a way to make up for this error. Please, give me some time.
How real are these reels?
I'll write another reference book.
Excuse me, but are you the one who wrote this reference book?
Yes. Who are you?
Ah, you're that man Mountain who was in the crowd just now.
Do I stand out that much? Well, I guess I don't look like someone who'd have anything to do with toys. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kamal, the branch master of Sumeru's Adventurers Guild.
What's the branch master doing here? Were you looking for us, or did something happen?
I came to Port Ormos to visit some old friends. On the way over, I saw the booklet you were handing out, so I came to take a look. Can you print a few more copies of this booklet and sell them to the Adventurers Guild? Also, could you make full-fledged models of those paper prototypes and sell them to us as well?
What does the Adventurers Guild want with these toys?
You may see them as toys, but to adventurers who need to deal with all sorts of machines
25 silver
within
ones
ancient
more.
ruins,
Oh
this
my
booklet
God.
is a true treasure. We have many members who can't read, so books are of little use to them.
Okay, that's they're not showing
Handling
anymore.
mechanisms has been learned solely through word of mouth.
Oh, you killed more.
If the
Fun.
academia granted public access to all their books, there are people who can't use them.
Ah, and our booklet is practically all pictures.
Well,
I'm pulling up the map.
Children.
It might be a bit too difficult for children,
Ah,
but
my
it's
arms,
perfect
they
for
burn.
adventurers. Also, those paper strips, you called them paper prototypes? If you can make wooden versions for demonstration purposes,
Wait,
even the
what?
most
In
illiterate
Mondstadt is
person would
only
be
that's
able
the
to follow
only
along
spot
and
which has
understand.
treasure hoarders?
If we can supply a model set for each branch,
Okay.
and if each adventurer carries a booklet with them, then ruin
what-
exploration
you're going to
will
Lingju
become
Pass right
much
now?
safer.
You really think so?
I have the map open. I'm looking at it right
I
now.
always knew it. Knowledge will always be needed, one way or another.
There is people
Models
at
of
Lingju Pass.
contraptions
Oh
for
no,
the
there
Adventurers
isn't anyone at
Guild?
Lingju Pass.
To be honest, that sounds like a good avenue to explore to me.
Oh, we can go directly south of Guili Plains.
We'll probably, after all, this concern.
Then let's cut to the
Oh my knuckles. And I wonder.
We're back!
You don't have to shout. I can hear you. Well, you got here much faster than I expected. I thought you'd have a lot more business to take care of.
Thanks to the Traveler, I was able to, pawn off various problems of mine onto others.
Onto others? What does that mean?
We can discuss that later.
One only.
You're looking for me because of the thing you mentioned in the letter, right?
That's right. Please, follow me.
Just two of you? It's just two of you, okay. Oh. So skibbity. So Phantom Tax. Hold on, we're gonna go make a quick detour. Then we'll come back. Closest one will be here. Here, bop, bop, bop. Okay. Bop, bop, bop.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
No! Karkata.
Monster?
Don't be scared, Kale. This is the mechanical life form the Traveler and I saved a while back. Its name is Karkata. It's the final work of a late junior of mine.
Let's go.
You mean Abatui? He must have been a genius to create one of such polish all by himself. It's uncommon that a sponge mod researcher is able to create such an intricate machine. If he were still around,
There's only apparently there's only
track
there's only 3 locations in Dragon's Fight which actually
What a
has
shame.
treasure hoarders though, weirdly enough.
Something seems wrong here. Have you been maintaining it? Mechanical life forms are much more fragile than they look.
Is Karkata sick?
Karkata has been lying down like this since a few days ago. It could be an
Nice.
old malfunction acting up again. I've taken a few courses conducted by Spontamod before, so I've managed to perform some passable repairs on Karkata's energy supply module. However, it seems the issue this time is with its transmission. My knowledge can...
Not necessarily. There are multiple modules here that influence each other. A simplistic knowledge of mechanisms will not serve here. You know that as well. Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. So even I cannot be sure if my understanding of mechanical life forms is going to be of any use to our little crab friend here.
Crab? This friend is not a crab.
Karkata.
Can you all go outside for a minute? I need a bit of space. Before I do a thorough check, everything we've just said is but conjecture.
All right. We're counting on you, Madame Farazan.
I missed the door. I feel like
We'll
recently
wait
I've
here
just been
till
building
Farazan
Hydro
finishes her
characters.
inspection. In the meantime, I'd like to talk to
I mean,
you
Hydro is
about
one of
her.
the strongest elements in the game at the moment, so it kind of understandably why. Do you have Cookie, Shinobu? Have you built Cookie, Shinobu? Wait, is that yes or no? I can't tell. Have you built Cookie Shinobu? Yes, she's very easy to build, and you get a lot of great value out of her, because like she helps to enable a lot of great teams while not needing to put much work. I have already. I'm asking if you have built her.
Her past, huh? I've told you before that she had
What?
her exact...
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall.
Okay. Let's look at your Shinobu. Shiboku.
I lost track of... Then...
Shibonu.
She doesn't remember anything else.
Shibobu.
Including the location of the ruin, and how she finally managed to escape. When she was found in the outskirts of Sumeru a few years ago, she looked exactly the
below a
same
full
as she did
EM.
100 years prior. However,
So you give
she was in a
her
stupor
like Iron
and
Sting,
struggled to form sentences.
and then you give her like
Only after a lengthy recovery period could she speak
what's that
again.
artifact site
The
called?
academia speculates that she must have gotten trapped in an unknown ruin while researching machines a century ago.
It's also a good weapon for her as well, actually. Actually, that's a pretty good weapon for Furina as well. You can give it to
She was able
Furina.
to use those 100 years to crack the trapping mechanism and then escape. Though she had finally broken free, 100 years had passed.
You can
Everyone
take
she
advantage
knew
of
and everyone who
Hyper
knew her
Bloom
was
if
already
you
gone.
do build
In
her.
the end, even the academia had to rely on
She's by far
century-old
one of the
records
best
in the Akasha
characters
to confirm her
to take advantage of
existence.
Hyper Bloom. Because especially since she's so easy to build
Don't
again.
make that rather.
Yeah, my
she
eyes.
sees that even after
They
going
burn.
through so much, she's returned to Sumeru and still hasn't given up on her research. Due to changes over the years and drift in
I'm
academic
pressing
subjects,
the wrong buttons.
she holds some rather strong opinions about the current academia, and she has no shortage of detractors herself.
Keyboard.
What I want to say is that no matter what era we're in,
What?
Farazan is a true senior researcher, in every sense of the word. She has her own deep understanding of various ruins and machines. If there's a chance, you should talk about them with her. It'll definitely be helpful for
I mean,
your
you're killing
journey.
them. There's one fellow here who walks the streets. He walks a lonely road.
Farazan's done.
I walk a lonely road, the only
Oh,
one that I
let's
have
head over.
ever known.
With any luck, she might have figured something out.
I never thought that I'd encounter a restitution
Did you know that
module once again after 100
Cookie
years.
cuts herself?
Abatui really installed quite a few impressive things on
Whenever
this.
she uses her ability,
If
she
my guess
cuts
is
herself.
correct, this mechanical life form has displayed attempts at self-sustenance
Just like you.
before, right? Such as collecting parts to repair itself, for instance?
It used them for something else, but as far as its design goes, it does have a function like that.
I knew it.
And I
If I'm not
wonder
wrong,
if
Calcutta's issue lies with
Eric
its
ate.
restitution module. Abatui's modified this module extensively, but the core parts and design philosophy are very... The creators of the Ruins machine once tried to create a perpetual mechanism that could replace life
Oh,
or even
dig.
surpass it. The restitution module is the result of one of their countless attempts. It replicates the behavior of living things to achieve a self-repair function. However, the energy required in maintenance of the module became an issue.
Energy consumption?
the crows. The crows.
For example, a living thing's heart can deliver nutrients and blood to various organs.
Oh boy,
However,
I got left
the
behind.
bigger the living thing, the more powerful the heart needs to be. Once the heart is damaged, it'll be hard for that living thing to heal itself,
Hey,
and
how's it
even
going?
the function of other organs can be affected. Thus, the attempt wasn't widely adopted. Even 100 years ago, I'd only seen it once before. Oh dear, this is going to be a problem. Based on my current research, I'll need to swap out the damaged parts in the restitution module to repair Carcata. But like I just said, the module is rare.
You activate your ability
even
and
by the
stand next to
standards
him.
of ancient machines. Not only that, but there is very little related research
More
documentation
enemy?
available. Finding suitable parts would be like trying to find a single gear in the vast
My
desert.
bad, I didn't see them.
To say nothing of the difficulty in making those parts from scratch. One
In
can only wonder
I did
where
not.
Abatui
In
found
Viz
the original
Pebble.
parts.
I might have an idea. Abatui was, for a time, quite passionate
The
about
British people.
excavating the Great Red Sand. This was when he had just gotten expelled from the academia.
Damn.
You mean to say he found a restitution module
He must
in
think
the
he's
desert?
so funny.
Well, that is indeed possible.
But the desert's huge. How are we supposed to find the parts that Karkata
Press X to doubt.
needs?
According to the Academia's records, no similar parts have been found in the Great Red Sand over the past 100 years.
Body
If we want to
proportions.
try our luck, we'll have to explore ruins that have never been explored before.
I do know that a Vahumana researcher formed an
Okay.
expedition team after the sandstorms and earthquakes subsided. They are now exploring areas of the desert that used to be difficult to access.
Should we ask them if they've made any
Just
new
like me,
discoveries
for
lately?
real. So
The
annoying.
chances are slim, but it's at least more effective than
Well,
running
yes,
around
but
like
no.
headless chickens.
Hey, how's it going? And then what happened after that? Why is he
His name is
talking
Rai.
about this?
You and Kale should probably stay. Karkata's condition may be stable, but it would still be better if some of us stay to look after it.
Yeah, so you
Besides,
tell me
you
while
still need
streaming
to
to
take care of the
Eric.
trouble that the Academia left for me.
Trouble from the Academia? I thought you said that you pawned
Hello,
it off
Eric.
to someone else. Wait.
I don't know. I thought you said Nick he can.
Don't tell me.
I'll let Kale fill you in on the details. I look forward to seeing your work, Tainari.
No friends with them no more. Oh. This is why I'll never forgive the British. E.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
You know, earlier in the day, I had a very funny conversation. We were talking,
Oh.
me and all of the boys from
Well,
Foundation and
hurry up.
Engineering, were talking about, we were just reenacting that meme, which is like, fellas, is it gay to kiss a girl? You're literally kissing someone who kisses other men. Fellas, is it gay to breathe? You're literally inhaling the air breathed by other men.
What is this?
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
We need 3 more, Mia. We need 3 more silver coins. Oh boy, look at that area. Yum. They are sore. Oh shit, no, I want yogurt. Why, Mia? Why? A what? Please don't say that. No, don't say bana. You know why? Don't say bana. Because bana does not mean what you think it is in other languages.
That still won't do.
Damage the site?
He isn't at the campsite now. You should all leave. Only he can give you permission to enter.
Toast.
What a
Toasty
stubborn
toast.
guy.
Toast.
Hmm.
Do you just want to toast the bread and just sniff it? Nothing.
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission
There's a
is
really
required
funny
to
meme
proceed
that
any
happened, you
further.
know, with my friends, where I said to him, "Bro, where were you hiding my drink?" Because I bought like boba, and then he was hiding it. So I said, "Where did you hide my boba?" And then I said, because he put it like on the seat next to him, so I couldn't see it. So I said, "Did you shove it up your ass?" And then after that, he picked up my cup. He looked at me genuinely confused, and then he sniffed the outside of the cup, and then he told me to sniff it, and then he said, "Got no shit smell also." So I don't. He said I couldn't have shoved it up my ass. I was like, "What are you saying, bro?" Dude was lost in the sauce. Yeah. There are treasure hoarders over there. MB, don't kill them just yet. I'll be over there in a sec. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
This area used to be ravaged by frequent sandstorms, but it's been calm lately for some reason.
I miss Nara
They say
Pebble.
that this was done by a single traveler, but seriously,
Nara Pebble.
is such a thing even humanly possible?
Oh, did you kill the specters? You did.
Well, I found out
Yes, you
everything
did.
I could. Is there anything that stands
Spectre
out to
materials
you?
are always needed because they're such an annoying enemy to kill.
The villagers were hired. However, I'm Ruin Wanderer. It's a bit.
Huh? What are you guys doing back here?
I forgot how cool this area looks like, man. I haven't been here in months.
I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it, youngsters.
I need to keep
After all,
coming back here
to
anyway on
tell
Eric's
it's
account.
It's said that this
to go
monster,
fishing.
the Ruin Wanderer, traversed through various ruins for centuries. Many adventurers had claimed
He
to
needs
see it while exploring.
for an achievement. Yenson Chidong achievement.
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However,
The
none knew
treasure
why
hoarders should
it
be here. I
wandered
don't
the
see them
ruins.
anywhere. That's strange. They're by the beach? Yeah, by the
Then,
beach.
about 10 years ago, we stopped hearing
Found 'em.
any news about it in Sumeru. No one. You youngsters.
Centuries?
Wait.
Indulge my curiosity for a moment. Why do you think that wreckage is the Ruin Wanderer?
Well, I had also heard that secondhand from.
You heard that nonsense from the Eremites after they got drunk, right?
Who are you?
Madam Faruzan, it
Mia,
is a
have you
pleasure.
you haven't played
I'm
Nervalet's
Raif, the one who organized
quest,
this
right?
archaeological expedition.
Dude,
I'd heard
Nervalet's
of
quest
you
is
at
all
the
about
academia,
racism.
But I didn't expect to run into you here.
Nervalet's quest is all about
Truly,
racism.
It is an honor. And this must be the famous traveler, I presume. What
The
brings the two of
Melazines.
you here?
Have you found any special contraptions and relics in the ruins that you've been investigating?
I'm ashamed to say that we haven't found anything.
The
noteworthy,
Melazines? Did they
even
cry?
though we've been investigating.
I wanna die. I wanna die. I don't wanna die.
Really?
Let me get out of
Ruin
the
Wanderer
storm.
isn't noteworthy to you?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. Really, I sometimes wish that those people would put as much effort into their work as they do into gossiping.
Someone's at the front door.
You're right, sir. I'll get
It's
back
me.
to it now.
I'm at the
The
front door.
wise do not buy into rumors, so it is said. I believe
You wanna
that
be
you
sick?
too, Madam Faruzan, do not put any stock into
I
such
forgot.
baseless talk.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. I can help you research the excavated relics and see if I can find out anything new about them. You can take credit for any new
You
discoveries.
gave me a.
I believe this offer to be sufficiently
My friend.
attractive.
In truth, I could ask for nothing better than your help with our research. However, you two must be
Treasure
tired
hoarders.
after a long journey. I'd
I'll
feel
attract
bad
the
if
ones
I set
over
you
here.
to work immediately. It's getting late, and my subordinates and I are heading back to the camp to rest.
Can I get
Why
heal,
don't you
please?
find a place to spend the night first? We
you.
can continue our discussion tomorrow.
There are tents over there that the villagers occasionally use to rest. The condition is a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
Oh, your cookie's so
Since you need
strong,
to
man.
rest as well, let's do just that.
Thank you so much, man. My savior. I have a friend named Xavier. His name is Joshua Xavier.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different
There's something
identities
wrong with
to choose
Joshua
from.
Xavier.
Need me to come up with some for you?
What's wrong with Joshua Xavier? I should blame his Ibu.
This is quite far away. Are they trying to prevent the villagers from eavesdropping on them?
Joshua.
This suits us just fine, though. This way, they won't overhear our conversations either. Now, I have my suspicions about this
Yeah, I don't need any more treasure
archaeological
hoarders.
expedition
Thank
team
you,
and that
Mia.
machine wreckage. I only caught a quick
You know now,
glimpse,
all I need is I need to go
from a
get the
distance.
fucking
but Based on the condition of the armor and joints,
Sakura
it didn't
blooms,
seem like
and
something that
I
had
need to
been lying
get
around for centuries.
the
At most, I'd estimate that it only stopped
flowers,
moving about a dozen years ago.
the wind-wheeled asters.
Yes.
Is there anything you want from this
Coincides with
world?
the spreading of the legend. Now, assuming that it really is the Ruin Wanderer, how do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good condition despite high-intensity operation over the course of several decades?
The Pramos.
That's right. Technically, while this was over 100, it also helped me deliver letters home. Honestly, people in ancient times might have had I confronted if the wreckage were to be... Anyway, they insisted that we should stay the night, which means if they're
If there's
trying
nothing
to
else
pull a
you want to
fast one
do,
on us, they're likely to try tonight. We must be
remove
vigilant.
you. Okay, don't worry, I'll go craft some stuff first.
Are those sounds coming from
While
the
awaiting
excavation
you
site?
to be done. No rush.
I knew they wouldn't be able to wait. They must be scared that we might discover something tomorrow.
Bing bong, bing bong bong.
Not a single person guarding the campsite. This must be quite the manpower expenditure. I'll see if they left any clues behind at their camp. Keep watch and help me stall them if it comes to that, would you?
No prob, Bob.
All right. I'm counting on you.
Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Po po po. Oh shit.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Bye bye.
Why isn't the tent
Thank
here
you.
yet? We need to switch it out tonight.
It's still on the way. I'm afraid this is the
Thank
first
you,
time we're
you
delivering
kind
such
soul.
huge one.
You good-for-nothings are just a load of trouble, aren't you? We wouldn't have to
Oh
deal
my
with these
God.
interlopers if you had
Oh
kept
my-
those
oh my
lips of
God.
yours from flapping. Hurry up and hide our current tent and deliver the new one to me tonight, no matter what it takes.
Huh? Who's there?
And I wonder. Why? Yay. Persistent and creepy. Weird looking. Oh my fucking god, I'm so dumb. Dude, you know when the assignment
It's
was due?
nothing. Just a tent. We didn't pack up all our tents
Saturday,
from the last
11 November,
campsite. Some of
12
them, along
a.m.
with a
I
few
thought it
people,
was
have been
12
left
a.m.
there.
as in like the
Someone
next day,
damaged our
as in
current tent,
Saturday,
so
as
I'm
in
trying to
Sun.
get my
I thought it was
subordinates
Saturday
to get
night,
one from that previous
as in
campsite
Sunday.
delivered
So,
here.
but it's fucking 2 hours ago. That's bad. That's very bad.
The relics in the ruins are...
I hope my fucking lecturer
Well,
will accept
speaking
it.
of which, also,
I'll just
where's
tell her that
Furina?
I thought I
Here.
sent it in, but turns out I
Also,
didn't press
you
send.
forgot to address me as Madam.
She thinks I'm a dumbass though, so I don't know. Maybe she won't like me either way.
Sorry, Madam Faruzan.
You were all making so much noise that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on. But for some reason, that one task took forever, so I came to check in on the situation.
I'm very sorry for disturbing your rest. I'll tell my subordinates to be quieter on patrol.
Good. Come on, yes? We came to check out the situation, didn't we? Well, we've already done that. We should get better rest so that we'll have energy to investigate tomorrow.
The frog? Question mark? Emojicon? Emojicon? Emoticon?
Thanks for dealing with now. I found some, according to them. I also observed that there's no doubt they could have fallen into. However, the last few pages of the it's
Help! Please help! Why are you?
What's that sound? The ruin what? That's impossible. What?
Why is it chasing?
You go what?
Caused it to reactivate. And to give chase?
Alright, I'll be there.
Darn it! Hey, come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape, so let's just attack it!
It stopped?
Hey, you guys, get up there and tell me what's going on.
But what if it suddenly moves?
You good-for-nothings. Why is everyone I hired so useless? Move! I'll do it myself. Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of disrepair. When it first reactivated, I was wondering if it'd be as amazing as the legends had pegged it to be. I didn't expect it to be so much weaker than it looks. How disappointing.
Disappointing, you say? Now, is that because you won't be able to sell it for much?
Faru-san, you may be my senior as an academia researcher, but that doesn't mean you get to slander me.
You wrote these excavation records, did you not? Or perhaps calling it a ledger might jog your memory a bit better.
I don't recognize that thing.
January 3rd, excavated 5 tents. January 5th, 3 tents sold. January 10th, 1 special tent pre-sold. It must quickly be switched out with an old tent. You're supposed to be an archaeological expedition team, and yet here you are, secretly selling the relics and profiting from it. When you believed that you had found the wreckage of the Ruin Wanderer, you tried to switch in wreckage that you had excavated previously to pull the wool over the Academia's eyes. After all, there would probably be many wealthy buyers interested in purchasing the legendary Ruin Wanderer in the black market, yes? And then we arrived just before you could finish your work. That forced you to speed up your plan, and you tried to complete the switch overnight before I could investigate the wreckage. In your haste, however, you accidentally activated the Ruin Wanderer instead. Did I get that all right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the curiosity befitting a man of knowledge.
Ridiculous. Curiosity? Respect? I'm not here to hear you preach. Hey, we're leaving.
Mr. Aid!
Behind you? Why is it moving again? Run!
Huh?
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before. Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Why is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time?
time no see, Tamimi.
Dear Farazan, I hope you're doing well. It has been over 20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead. But somehow, I feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home. Unfortunately, I likely won't be able to welcome you home when you do. I don't have much time left, and my reflexes have slowed. Others keep telling me to stop exploring ruins. Only Tamimi is still the same as before, always running off to places which you've been to. Your teacher and friends came up with an idea to remodel Tamimi so it can search for you in our place. You didn't like coming home back then and would always get Tamimi to send a letter back. Now we're leaving a letter with Tamimi. I wonder if it'll ever be delivered to you. I don't know the answer to that question, but if you ever read this letter, I hope it'll be when you've already found your way home. I regret not being able to say this to you myself, but I'll still feel sincerely happy for you, my dear daughter.
Welcome home, Farazan. Look at you, Tamimi. You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting for me all this time. I've safely received the letters. Your work is done now. You can sleep. Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then. When I would go on expeditions, it would follow me, take notes for me, and send my letters home. When I met with that accident, it was on the way to deliver a letter for me. I once thought that I'd never get to see it again. I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, upgrading it to self-learning. And so, in order to plumb the depths of unknown ruins and overcome dangerous traps, it repaired and modified itself using parts it found along the way. One decade of wandering became many, and soon, Tamimi, which used to be incapable of even moving heavy objects, became the Ruin Wanderer. All so it could deliver these last letters from them to me. The strain to support such a huge body must have turned out to be too much for your heart, right? Even after the remodeling, its restitution module still can't function perfectly in perpetuity. It has been pushing itself beyond its limits over the past few decades. Just like a living being, mechanical life forms have a limited lifespan. It probably became trapped in the ruins all those years ago because its shelf life had run out. It most likely only reactivated because it detected my presence. And then it mustered up everything it had to deliver that last letter. Now, it can finally rest in peace. Tainari told you what happened to me, right? You don't have to apologize. It's not like this incident is a secret in the academia. Besides, I've always treated it as a failed experiment. As a researcher, I must accept this result. However, finding out that so many people were affected by my failure does make me feel somewhat conflicted. Can you head back to Pardis DI first? We've been here for a while, and it's best not to make Kale and the rest worry. As for me, I want to stay with Tamimi for a bit longer. Just a bit.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant.
Ah, how was your journey through the desert? Wait, where's Madame Farazan?
Your work, sir, dude. Thank you.
Oh no. She finally got to reunite with an old friend from 100 years ago. But
As a researcher, she could perhaps accept it. However, as a friend, student, and a daughter, we should give her some time. Let's just wait for her here. And in the future, I hope that we can be here to support her as her new friends.
And I wonder... Dolly!
you're back!
Ah. So, Madame Farazan has some other things to settle. All right. And to think that Raid was doing all those things on the sly. It's good that you all got out of that situation in one piece.
Madame Farazan will be able to repair Carcata when she gets back, won't she?
I am a fool.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
Madame Farazan, we're over here!
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Carcata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape.
So this is a relic of an ancient civilization. Unbelievable. Thankfully, it didn't end up in Raid's unscrupulous hands.
Unscrupulous, huh? Sounds like you already told them what happened. Is that so? Thank you. We will talk about everything else later. It's nothing. I've already given all the evidence we have against Raid to the Academia. They're going to be very busy. Too busy to bother us, I'd wager. I'll start repairing Carcata then. Kale, can you help me out?
Of course! It looks fine.
Make my escape. Ah, you're here. Thank you for keeping Tamimi a secret. If I tell them about Tamimi, will they still feel happy for Carcata? Even if we could convince them to accept the components, they'll probably still feel bad about it. I don't want my past to affect people in the present. That applies to both me and other people. It's fine. I'm used to this. I once believed that I'd never hear from my old friends and family ever again. Even their faces are getting hazier in my memories. However, I could remember them clearly again after reading the letter Tamimi handed to me and learning that they'd never given up on me. That's more than enough. I'd be disappointing them if I let myself fall into a slump because of this. Neither my teacher nor my mother would have wanted to see me like that. Besides, you're lending a listening ear to me now, aren't you? Oh, Pardeus GI looks pretty scenic at night. Will you take a stroll with me? Once Carcotta's condition stabilizes, I'll find a chance to tell Tainari and Kale about all that. But for now, just help me keep this secret. Thank you. Whether it's 100 years ago or now, I have people who worry about me. I suppose I should consider myself quite fortunate. The only time when I felt otherwise was when I had just returned to Sumeru. No one came to check up on me then. Yeah, I'm home.
Good quest, man. Good quest.
Surely I should be doing.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
We've all been waiting for you, Madame Farazan.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Carcotta is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape. Huh? Why do you all look so solemn? Come now. Liveliness befits youngsters more.
Madame Farazan, did these parts come from...
Come now. I thought that you must have encountered some major problem. This isn't something you have to worry about. Well, it looks like you already know everything, but no need to feel bad. Like I said before, as researchers, we must learn to accept our failures. Tamimi had been operating beyond capacity for a century, and I'm unable to repair it with my current abilities. Not even with these parts. It would thus be much better to use them to extend Carcotta's lifespan. As a senior, it is only right that I do something for the people who come after me. That holds true for both researchers and machines. Besides, I didn't say that I would be giving you these parts for free. They will only be used for Carcotta temporarily. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to help me with my research. I'll be sure to revive Tamimi once I've fully deciphered and replicated the creations of the ancient civilization.
All right. I'll do my best to help.
Me too. Although, I'm not sure if I'll be much help.
Thank you. If they could remodel Tamimi successfully even back then, there's no reason why we won't be able to do even better. And when that day comes, I'll be sure to say, welcome home, Tamimi.
should have just...
Ah, god damn it.
It feels pretty ordinary. Could it be that because you're here with me? I, for one, am getting... This room's set up the things that stand out, but if my years, how about letting me try it out first? I could try, but what do you think? Well, that's a let's try it then. I'll go stand by the mechanism, and when we're both ready, let's trigger them. Cool! The door is a good thing we went... And anyway... Take it easy. Oh, 4 mechanisms. Which means... That's what I'm thinking. I think we're gonna need 4... If only the... I hate to admit, the only reason Catherine hasn't deregistered Benny's... In fact... a lot of things I complete... Don't say that. Even though I'm the only one left on... Let's focus on the problem at... sorry. The thought... Now that I think about it more carefully... Exactly.
There doesn't seem to be anything here. Oh, it's so dusty. Paimon bets no one... Hey, that looks like a notebook. Let's...
An adventurer's notebook? Maybe it's... Whoa. It really does... It seems that the... Well, since they... The notes say that the mechanism... But if the mechanisms are activated in the wrong... Yeah, Anyway, I'll take that role. I'm pretty used to it, and more importantly, you can definitely crack this mech... Alright. Remember what the notes say. The number of torch... Perhaps. Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself just because you're afraid I'll get hurt. Just go with your gut and do it. You solved it? Oh, let's go and open the... Wow, This must be the... Not only getting the chest, but... But the fact that nothing really bad... That sounds... You're saying that... Yeah. And you know, it was your... I hope I get to go...
This is a note that I received. If we check the books here, since you're here to help, All right. Here are the first. At the foot of Mount Chingsa is a violet grass. Also, there's a. And finally. Huh. Anyway, could you pick the one that seems. How about these clues? Deep in the Sea of Clouds, a marauding demon has been raiding commercial fishing boats and building a luxurious palace. Or, in Jueyun Karst, there's a... And lastly... This one does seem possible. Okay, here are a few more clues. A strange man wearing a mask and wielding a pole was once... Or, someone... And finally... Now that you mention it, it appears most... It seems like there is little here that we can actually use. Oh, not to mention he's... If it weren't for my... I should find a chance to thank him Yes, he always goes out of his way for me, but he never seems to mind and helps me all the same. Also, he often has something interesting to say. I'm quite glad that I get along with him. Sorry, I digress. I've found another snippet of information here. There aren't many details, but it clearly mentions Wuwang Hill. If we include the test of courage rumor from before, I've also noticed that the weather... All right.
Make my escape.
Since you've already noticed... I see. I borrowed when I finished reading them. Well, let's see. All of them there's also a guy. These are much more... And then there's this one. No! Let's look... so...
Any second now. We'll be. Don't worry. All our hard work. She can forget about teasing me this time.
Oh? You were but of
I picked the wrong one.
past, especially those who came in pairs, if you're interested.
Together for... Otherwise...
Now that I think of you can just leave.
Uh-oh, not good. My mind is... I'll have to resort...
By the way, you might be able to...
What?
Then again, most people only pay attention...
There's only one... This is going to hurt me. I think the real reason, just like me...
I see. Not bad. I suppose this is a step forward for you. I don't have a...
No! Retreat! Fighting on his future when I get back.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
So this is the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Hello there. You look like you have something weighing on your mind. Would you like to draw a fortune slip? The Grand Narukami Shrine's fortune slips have always been very accurate.
I've heard that the generals of the past used to employ all sorts of divination techniques to find out their fortune before a battle. I'm not in the habit of it, but since the opportunity's come up, I'd like to give it a try. Let's draw one together. Let's see what we... Good fortune. Not bad. It means that... So this...
Hello there. The Grand Narukami...
I've heard that the... I'm not... Let's draw one together. Let's see what we... Hold me. I don't... A trap? Are you saying... So this is...
Hello there. The Grand Narukami Shrine...
I've heard that the... I'm... Let's draw one together. Let's see what we... Oh no, this is a bad sign. The rope... You're right. Onward!
Original.
I'm bringing an earphone, aren't I? Come on. There you go.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me.
Goodness. But we didn't let it slip away, and the hall is now ours. That's what counts. Let's see. We can't do any serious business with... Actually, now that you mention it,
I'm suddenly a little hungry. Huh. Amidst the thrill of the chase, I didn't even notice. Wangshu Inn is right there. Same thoughts here. In which case, I think I'll take this opportunity to yes, but the rule of come on.
Take it easy.
This should be enough. Let's head back to land and grill them.
What? Oh, it is a Cookie Shinobu one.
Looks like they're not on the first floor.
This is Miss Cook.
Hello, it's a...
I can assure...
Well, with such...
You flatter me,
Oh, for...
Akira, Genta, never thought I'd see that. Well,
whoever it is.
But without you, we gotta do something. Are you sure we should go up?
Hey, don't let Shinobu and the Tengu see you.
Come on, let's head back and talk things through with the boss.
So, what did you... Sure, let me...
Wow.
So, what did you find? Sure.
Wow. Huh. Huh? Yikes. Hey!
So, what did you... Really? What clue reveals the criminal's motive?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't read all of them.